What's up, Matahunt? It's Miss Harris, and I'm here to teach you how to make popsicles. You're going to need some different things to make popsicles. Most people like their popsicles to be fruit flavored, but I know that some people like to make them with yogurt and berries and all different stuff. So we're going to go through a couple of different ways to make popsicles depending on what you have at home. So let's get started. So the materials you'll need for this project really depend on what you have at home. So to make a fruit flavored popsicle, you're definitely going to need some fruit or some juice. And then you're going to need something to hold the juice while it's in your freezer. So if you have a popsicle mold, you can use that, or you can use some small cups. But if you're going to use cups, you're going to also need some plastic wrap and something to use as a popsicle stick. So let's take a look. If you notice, I have a popsicle mold. I got it from Target, I think last year. So it comes with all the pieces. You pour your juice in here, and then you put the popsicle stick inside, and then you put the whole thing in your freezer. But if you don't have that, you can use small cups like this, but you're going to need to use some plastic wrap to put on top. And then you can use something like toothpicks, or you can use the back of a plastic fork if you just cut the top off. So there's a lot of different things you can use. Now, in order to make your actual popsicle mixture, you have a lot of choices. So I have some of the choices here. So in my house, I had some juice. This happens to be a fruit punch type of juice. So you can just put juice into your mold and freeze that, or you can mix your juice with fruit. I happen to have some frozen mango, and I have some frozen strawberries, but you can also use fresh fruit too. I have some fresh mango, and I also have a watermelon. So I'm going to try a couple different things, but if you don't have any of this stuff in your house, you can use whatever fruit you do have. If you have a blender, which is what I'm going to use, you can use any of your favorite fruits. So if you want to mix up some strawberries and some blueberries, or if you want to mix up some oranges, whatever you have, you can experiment with whatever flavors that you have in your house. And like I said, some people like to put yogurt in their popsicle. You could try that too. So let's get started. First, I'm going to show you how to use the popsicle mold, and then I'll show you how to use the plastic cups. Okay, so I chopped up some fruit, and I am ready to put it in my blender because we have to make everything liquid so that we can put it into our cup or our popsicle mold so that we can freeze it into a popsicle. So I have my blender. You have to be with a parent to use your blender. Blenders can be pretty dangerous, so you have to be really careful using it. Same when you're cutting up your fruit, ask your family member to help you so that you aren't going to hurt yourself with the knife. So first thing I have is some mango chunks. I love mango, so I'm going to put some in there. Then I'm going to add some strawberries. I have these in the freezer, so you can see they're frozen. But I'm going to put them in because they're all going back in the freezer anyway. And then I had that watermelon, so I'm going to try it. I've never had a watermelon popsicle before, but I'm hopeful that it will taste good. So I'm going to put a couple watermelon pieces in there too, and then I'm going to blend it up. So I blended up my popsicle juice. As you can see, I didn't make that much because I want to make a couple different types of popsicles. So you don't want too much because you don't want to have too much for your popsicle mold. After you've blended up your popsicle mixture, you're going to put it inside your popsicle mold. Very carefully pour it in. And then if you have a popsicle mold like this one, it comes with a cover. So you want to make sure that the stick is there, and then you put it right on the top like this. just like that. Then I'm going to make a couple different mixtures to put into these popsicle molds. So if you don't have a popsicle mold, like I said, you can use a small plastic or paper cup with some plastic wrap on top. It's a little bit tricky, but I'm going to show you how to do it. So you take your juice or your fruit mixture. This one I mixed up some mango and some orange and some strawberries. You want to fill it up most of the way. Then you have to very carefully take some plastic wrap and put it on top. You want it to be nice and tight, but you don't want to spill. So I like to wrap it around like that. Then I like to get a rubber band to put on top. Now I have these little clear rubber bands that you can get at the beauty supply store. And I found that they work well for this size, but you can also use a regular rubber band. So then you put your rubber band on top of the plastic wrap. Then you're going to have to find something that you can use as your popsicle stick, and you're going to poke it through the plastic. Now, if you have plastic forks and knives, you can cut off the end and you can poke that through the plastic. Or you can use a toothpick. I have these toothpicks that are as big as the cup, so I'm going to try both. So once again, you fill the cup with your juice. You put plastic on top, nice and tight. And I just tested it out. The clear hair bands from the beauty supply work, but the black ones aren't stretchy enough. So if you have the clear ones, I would suggest that. For this one, I used the handle from the plastic knife. And for this one, I'm going to try using a toothpick. So I'm just going to poke it through the plastic like this. So it stays upright. You need the plastic so that it stays up in the middle, so that after it's frozen, you can take it out and eat it like a popsicle. So after you have all of your popsicle containers ready to go, you have to put them in the freezer and wait. So I'm going to put them in the freezer, and then I will come back when they're nice and frozen so we can see how they look. Okay, so I had the popsicles in the freezer for about 4 or 5 hours, I want to say. So this might be a good activity to do at night so that you can have your popsicles as a snack the next day, or if you want to do it in the morning and you can have it for dessert. So when you are sure that your popsicles are frozen, when they were in the freezer, I kept checking on them. I just would squeeze the cup to see if it was frozen all the way through. And then once they're done, you can just pop them out like that, and then you can eat the popsicle. It works the same way for the Popsicle Mold. You just pull it out like this, and then you can enjoy a delicious popsicle. It tastes like all my favorite fruits. I hope that you have an opportunity to make popsicles at home using your favorite fruits and your favorite juice. If you do make popsicles, I would love to see it. Your teachers would love to see it. So let us know what you make. Stay cool out there.